Hello, what is up, you guys? My name is BuzzFortune1 and welcome back yet again to Reaction Time Installment 51. I'm actually wearing me right now. I'm wearing me shirt. But yeah, we're moving right along with the month of November. We're moving right along as usual, as we do in the beginning of every month. And I decided to go to Dom's Roundtable because I saw this and it looked interesting. Because I've been watching a lot. I was watching a dude mod a lot of Elden Ring recently. He does like. God, what the hell was his name? I don't know. I can't remember his name at the moment, but he mods Elden Ring and stuff like that, and he did a Goku playthrough and a Ichigo playthrough, which is no mods, but he did like the top so many transformations of Ichigo as he progressed through Elden Ring. So I mean, it seems pretty cool. It looked really cool, and it was actually really enjoyable. And now I'm watching another guy do a deal on something else, but it's too long to do an actual reaction video on, but it's really cool. Anyway, so we're moving on. Like I say, I figured Elden Ring. I kind of want to get back into Elden Ring, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't even beaten it yet, one time through yet, and that's just because I've been so backlogged on other crap. Anyway, we're going to move on to this is 8 of the rarest and best weapons in Elden Ring. A 0.01% drop chance. Oh my god, part 1. So technically, wouldn't it be a 4 if it's only part 1? Yeah, it's only 4. Anyway, so without further ado, there we go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic day.
In this
video, I am very excited to present to you 8 of the rarest weapons in Elden Ring, all of which have less than a 1% drop chance. So let's get straight into it as we start off right here in the Dominula Windmill Village. There are actually 3 ultra rare weapons here with a 0.5% chance to drop. I will show you 2 of the 3, being the Celebrant's Rip Rake and the Celebrant's Cleaver. The final one is the Celebrant's Sickle. All 3 of them do basically the same thing. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. None of them have any particularly nifty movesets or awesome Ashes of War. However, they are all upgraded with regular smithing stones and can be infused and buffed as you see fit. So they're very, very versatile. And the awesome feature about all 3 of these weapons is, as you can see here, every single time you hit an enemy, you gain 10 runes. 10 runes doesn't sound like much, but you do a lot of hitting in this game. So if you somehow luckily manage to farm one of these pretty early on in your playthrough and level it up, then you've got yourself a fairly tasty way of just passively gaining way more runes than usual, especially if you dual wield and power stance the cleavers, because dual wielding and power stancing axes in this game, they have a pretty awesome moveset. Also, the festival dancers at the village are very easy to kill, so even though the drop chance is very low, farm itself is quite painless. Now we'll move on to 2 of my favorites. I know I should do that stereotypical YouTuber thing of making you wait to the end to see the really juicy ones, but I'm just too nice and too excited to show them off to you. So here is 2 of my favorites, the Cleanrot Spear and the Halo Scythe. We'll start off with the Halo Scythe, which will drop from any of the lesser Cleanrot Knights in the Aeonian Swamp area in Caelid that are wielding the Halo Scythe. And that is all of the ones that are walking around. All the ones that are currently hidden underneath the swamp and jump out at you, they're the ones wielding the spear, which we'll come on to in a minute. Firstly, as we're talking about the scythe, just look at the Ash of War. This is so incredibly awesome. It is so badass. Oh my god, I love it so much.
Oh, I know that weapon. God, I hate when those things do that.
Has to be one of my favorite weapon skills in the game. And you can just spam it and spam it and spam it as much as you want.
That's
and it
dope.
has quite a decent range on it as well, along with a hefty amount of damage. There also aren't many scythes in the game, so the fact that this is in the scythe weapon category is awesome, and it has inherent blood loss on it as well. And the one other thing to note about this is it actually has anti-block, which I didn't even know was a thing in this game. It will actually deal more damage through blocks than your average weapon, roughly 40% more, with that percentage going up with heavy and charged attacks.
Damn, that's cool.
And now, the one I'm even more excited about, and the one that was excruciating to farm, the Cleanrot Spear. As I say, this one you can farm from all of the Cleanrot Knights that are currently lying on the ground. There is a collection of them over on the right hand side, And once you've defeated Commander O'Neill, you can use the Site of Grace where he was to just keep resting there and running south and killing a group of 4 of them nice and quickly. Now let me just show you my inventory. Oh my god, look at this. Look how many friggin' armor sets and swords I have. Just to show you how painful this video was to make. This is just one example of how many enemies I had to farm to get these bloody weapons to drop. I have got 16 clean rot helms.
Jesus.
And also 16 clean rot armor. Add to that another 7 clean rot gauntlets, followed up by 20 pairs of clean rot greaves. God. And finally, 24 clean rot knight swords. I cannot stress how long I have been farming some of these weapons for the purposes of this video. If that ain't worth a like and a subscribe, I don't know what is.
That's ridiculous.
And as we're talking about the spear, as you've already seen, its weapon skill, the Sacred Phalanx. I've never know how you pronounce that word. Probably got different pronunciations depending on where you're from. That one. That is just awesome. It does take a while for all of the holy golden spectral spears to appear out of the floor, so it's not going to be super effective against really agile enemies, but it looks so incredibly cool. Also, this spear has a special R2 that it shares only with the short spear. No other spear in the game, bar these two, do that awesome charged double thrust that you see. As we move into the 5th weapon on this list, the Lazuli Glintstone Sword. Let me just call out that this will be a 2-parter because I have come across 16 weapons in the game that have a 1% or less drop chance.
Okay, that was 2.
Give them all the screen time that they deserve. So I'll cover 8 in this video and 8 in the next, which may be out by the time you watch this. So make sure you go and watch part 2 as well. This one you will find in the Raya Lucaria Academy and drops specifically from Lazuli sorcerers that wield this sword themselves. The easiest one to farm is right by this schoolhouse classroom Site of Grace, which is the enemy we'll be testing the weapon out on. This sword is actually amazing for intelligence-based builds, and can be used as an alternative to the Carian Knight Sword if you are going for a pure caster build. The Carian Knight Sword will slightly outperform it if you're going for a hybrid build, however this outperforms if you're going for pure intelligence. Also, its weapon skill, the Glintstone Pebble, is awesome. It does exactly what the spell Glintstone Pebble does, but if you then follow up with an additional input, you will thrust forward with the sword, dealing a crazy amount of damage with your Glintstone infused sword. Overall, it's a neat little sword, packs a surprising punch, and it even has a very special, unique heavy attack that can block attacks before the slash comes out. And charging this heavy attack will further extend the time that the weapon blocks before you slash. Just note that despite the way it looks, it doesn't actually utilize your left hand shield during the attack, only the block stats of this weapon apply. Which is great because it means you don't need to have a weapon equipped to use it. So it is very versatile along with being a solid fast melee option for an intellect build. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the Noble's Slender Sword that you see here. And in my other hand, the Noble's Estoc. Both of these swords are dropped from the Wandering Nobles in Limgrave. Obviously, you'll need to kill nobles carrying that weapon for a chance for it to drop. And the drop chance for both of these is absurdly low, something stupid like 0.2. And the armor sets that go along with them are a crazy low drop chance as well. There's nothing too awesome to shout about when it comes to their movesets. One is just a very standard straight sword, and the other is a very standard thrusting sword. They can both be buffed with magic and consumables as much as you want, along with changing the infused Ashes of War as well, so they are completely customizable. And the thing that does make them quite nifty is the fact that they are dipped in gold. This is not just a cosmetic effect, it means that they are one of the most expensive items in the game when it comes to selling them, both selling for 1,000 runes each. And probably your best bet when trying to farm them both is this caravan here, just outside of the Waypoint ruins that I was in at the start of this clip. As you can see, just like with other straight swords and thrusting swords, with the right stats and fully maxed out, they still pack a punch. And even though there's nothing specifically awesome about them when it comes to combat, they're still worth farming even if just for a cosplay build. And the final weapon we'll be taking a look at for part 1 of the rarest weapons in Elden Ring is the Thorned Whip. This is probably technically
I think
the
I
highest
do
percent
have
chance of
Thorned
any
Whip.
weapon that made this list.
I don't remember how I
However,
got it.
Literally
It might just
only
be a
drops
different whip,
from
but
one enemy in the game who is quite tough. So it's still a
I don't know
slog
for sure.
to grind for.
Don't quote me
To
on
get
it.
there, you want to start here at the Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs. Head back out, and you'll see the fire prelate wielding this just at the end of the bridge. And as
Maybe
it
it's not
says,
that whip.
this hefty whip is covered in crimson thorns. It is the weapon of the prelates who lead the fire monks, and is a device of fearsome religious encouragement, fashioned in the image of the Briars of Sin. Now, there is unfortunately not really anything very awesome to shout about when it comes to this whip. Yeah, okay, it's very effective at inflicting blood loss, as it says, but really, the reason you're farming for this is purely just for bragging rights to say you have it. I will leave in the fight of me versus the guy who wields it, because the moveset he uses is amazing! I'm so jealous when fighting him, and yeah, I'm super jealous that we don't get any special moveset like the Fire Prelate does. It is quite customizable, as you can change the Ashes of War. It starts off with Kick, which is a very niche but very powerful Ash of War in the right situation. And whilst this fight is finishing up, as I say, this is only part 1 of the rarest weapons in Elden Ring, and there are some very juicy ones coming up in part 2. I couldn't blow my load here. I had to keep you in suspense and save some of the most amazing weapons for the next video. So make sure you go and check that one out as well. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching this one. And as always, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
That was pretty cool. Like I said, I probably won't do a video on the next set. I'll let you guys go check out this. I'll go let you guys check out this guy's deal to go check it out. Go check out Dom's Roundtable for part 2 of this, because that's really cool. Unless you guys obviously spam my comment section with wanting to see part 2, me react to part 2. But I swear I might be thinking of a different whip. Or I think that's just the whip you need for the Ghost Rider build. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Because I've watched one guy on TikTok who made a Ghost Rider build for Elden Ring, and I think the Thorned Whip was the weapon he had. I think that's what I'm thinking of, and I think I have just a regular whip. I don't know. I haven't played Elden Ring in a good spell. So when I get back into it, I'm going to be very rusty, and I'm going to suck total nard, but I'm going to probably enjoy myself playing back through it again, because I do enjoy the game. It is tons of fun, and I have a lot of fun playing it. And I've got some really cool stuff. Maybe I will do a short video of me doing it with my character just to go forward a little bit, just to get a little further. Maybe I'll do it on live stream. I don't know, because usually anytime I try and stream it or something like that, it usually bugs out on me, or, you know, it just doesn't really want to. It doesn't like me very well, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. Like I said, if you guys want to go see part 2 of this, feel free to go check out the guy in the link in the description down below for the video. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Hey, and peace.